Since the Red Dead Online beta launched just about a week ago, there's been a lot of discussion about the game's economy, something that I discussed in a separate video the other day, which also includes my early impressions. Missed that, check it out. But so far there's been a lot of accusations and frustrations thrown Rockstar's way. Grand Theft Auto Online, Rockstar's previous online title, has for years faced harsh criticism for its economy. Additionally, Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has garnered a pretty negative reputation from gamers, as they notably have implemented predatory microtransactions into other games like NBA 2K. They've preached that microtransactions are the way of the future, and they also said last year that they believe they have been under-monetizing players, which still to this day is one of the most bizarre claims I've ever heard. Grand Theft Auto Online has made billions of dollars, but still not enough for Take-Two Interactive. So there is definitely a lot of valid worries about Red Dead Online's economy and if it'll be drastically improved, but nonetheless the good news is that Rockstar Games has finally addressed the criticism, although it's still not 100% what specific changes will be made and if it'll be enough. But today we got some pretty big news to discuss and break down. If you're not already subscribed, consider doing so, as I have and will continue to be one of your best sources for Red Dead Redemption 2 content, and also consider getting geared up for this Western by getting the popular Red Moon or Wanted shirt designs. If you're interested in getting these Red Dead themed t-shirts or any of the other designs, there will be a link in the description below. So nonetheless, the interesting thing about Rockstar's response to the Red Dead Online economy is that a Redditor actually complained directly to Rockstar and received a response from their support team. This is technically the first response we got, although it's what I would expect from someone who does not directly work for Rockstar Games. Naya K, a member of Rockstar support, stated to this user, "Thank you for contacting Rockstar support. I understand your concern that you are facing an issue with Red Dead Redemption 2 online beta. However, I would like to inform you that this is how the game is designed to give you the realistic feel of 18th century. There are only two currencies and you only get a small amount of money in the game after a lot of hard work," which this statement makes no sense, as the prices certainly have a more 21st century feeling rather than the late 19th century. And also the support member mentioned the beta taking place in the 18th century, which is not the right time period of this game. Anyway, it seems Rockstar could use an upgrade to their support staff, but I wanted to highlight this response as it was gaining a lot of traction. But the better news is that Rockstar Games gave a more direct response on their social media accounts and their website. They state, "Thanks to everyone who has participated in the beta so far. We appreciate your help in testing the game. Your feedback from these early days will be instrumental in helping formulate updates to every aspect of this experience. Our current areas of focus include the in-game economy, which will require some additional balancing in order to ensure all activities are appropriately rewarding and fun, as well as some persistent bugs that are causing some players to be kicked from sessions. The game has been developed so that we will be able to quickly make any adjustments like these, and we can plan to get updates out as early as the end of this week, with more updates to come next week. Feedback from the community has been invaluable, and we will continue to keep you regularly updated as things progress. We hope you continue to play and enjoy the game." So my reaction to this is that this is good news. It's great to see that Rockstar is communicating better, something that they've been criticized in the past for, but also I have to say this news is a big wait and see. As many are already saying, the economy is practically broken and it doesn't need some balancing, it needs major adjustments. Specifically, they don't talk or address the actual prices that are ridiculous right now, but they say all activities need to be more rewarding. See, what interests me is how far will Rockstar go with making things more quote-unquote rewarding, because right now it seems grinding through hunting and fishing is the most rewarding activities. Some players have established ways to make a few $100s per hour through that method, although who knows if that gets adjusted. Now with actual series matches, the rewards seem to be about 1 to 4 nuggets of gold, which you have to have 100 nuggets of gold to make 1 gold bar, and $2 to $12 in cash per match. Although typically from what I've seen, it's on average about 2 nuggets of gold and about $6 in cash, which just from my experience, that's close to the rewards that you also get with stranger activities. So my question is, how much of this needs to be adjusted for the economy to be fair? Like, does the cash and gold need to be doubled? Would earning maybe 4 to 8 nuggets of gold and around $10 to $20 in cash make things better? Because I'm not really sure. The thing is, there's a lot of things that you can spend your money on, but there really isn't many interesting things to keep you going out this moment. I personally thought that there would be properties and businesses at launch, but obviously that's not here at the moment. But obviously features maybe like that will come down the road, but let's get back to balance. The problem with not adjusting store prices or prices in general is that players still have to pay an insane amount of gold bars for certain things, which includes weapons. I don't know, it definitely is great to see that Rockstar is addressing this problem, but I do have doubts that the economy issue will be solved entirely. And I have to imagine if the changes are not drastic, the community reaction will be a sight to see. But another piece of news that I found very interesting that not many people have been talking about is progression potentially being purged or wiped. When Red Dead Online went live, Rockstar Games published a page dedicated to what players should expect from the start of the beta. And what was included were a few interesting tidbits about the future of this experience. For starters, Rockstar really emphasized this being a beta and needing people to give feedback, something that they are still encouraging. But also they stated you may notice some areas of the in-game menus are not yet accessible or available during this early period of the beta, such as the Red Dead Online in-game store, which will eventually open to provide the option of purchasing gold bars to directly acquire cosmetic items like camp decor or a special style for your weapons, which weirdly enough there is an option to use gold to buy weapons and horses, which obviously aren't cosmetic. I don't know if that's going to change once the store goes live, but certainly horses being locked behind 40 gold bars and players being able to purchase certain weapons for gold could rub people the wrong way. Now the next part in Rockstar's post is what I find really interesting. They state, "We hope that all player progress during this early period of the beta will be able to remain intact long term. However, as with many betas for large-scale online experiences such as this, there's always the chance that we may need to implement rank or other stat resets in case of issues." So this is actually a big deal because it makes me wonder, should I even consider grinding to higher levels right now? Obviously it doesn't sound like a full reset will happen, but the wording implies that this is a possibility. I personally am just not crazy about the uncertainty, but I have to believe that this possibility is extremely unlikely, as I'm sure the backlash thrown at Rockstar would be severe and devastating to Red Dead Online, although this makes me wonder what type of issues would cause for a rank reset, because up to this point there have been bugs but nothing major or game breaking, at least in my time. I just kind of hope that Rockstar comments on this further in the future and maybe reassures players when, well, this potential progress wipe no longer becomes a possibility. Anyway, this actually leads perfectly into the last news, which isn't coming directly from Rockstar Games, but a well-known insider Text2 who recently stated this about the full release of Red Dead Online that a lot of people have been asking and talking about. There's no such thing as Red Dead Online full release. Rockstar calls it a beta because the current state of online does not meet their vision, and they will reach that point with the continuous updates to the game, which a user actually responded to this Twitter post asking, does that mean beta progress is kept and we're basically live now? And he would follow up and respond, Rockstar said that because they're expecting the worst scenario possible. They are dealing with too many players and there's the possibility of servers screwing up and erasing progress. It's a possibility, not a design decision. They weren't planning to erase it from the start, which as we discussed just a bit ago, I really have to hope Rockstar updates us when that possibility is no more, because personally that is going to be weighing a bit in the back of my mind as I play. But I think many people forget that Grand Theft Auto Online did not begin all that hot back in the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 days. For a while, back in 2013, it was nearly impossible to get into a stable server, and overall it was just a mess at launch, which with Red Dead Online, Rockstar took a different approach, learning their lesson and calling this online mode a beta, something that they probably wish they had attributed to Grand Theft Auto Online just about 5 years ago. In many ways, that beta tag for Red Dead Online has been a smart decision, because without it I think there would be a lot more criticism and anger. But that beta tag definitely represents and tells everyone this is early and things in every aspect will get better with time. Anyway, if you're playing Red Dead Online right now and wondering when new content and more features will be implemented, again the focus seems to be getting the game stable, and it'll likely remain that way for a while. There's no way of knowing how long this experience will stay in beta, and when we start getting content updates with hopefully train robberies, bank heists, new weapons, new game modes, gambling, properties, and more. If you have made your way through the 6-part online story, you would also know that it doesn't seem to be finished. I think it's at 75%, so I think that'll likely be the next content coming, and for those looking for fast cash and gold nuggets, that'll certainly be something that you want to complete. But in conclusion, the economy is getting a much needed change, although it's unclear what the changes will be and if it'll be enough. Also, with the online being in beta, there's the possibility of a progress wipe happening. And lastly, it seems that the full release does not seem to be near, as there's numerous technical issues that need to be resolved and many more features need to be implemented to give players the full online experience that currently is not here. Anyway, guys and gals, what do you make of Red Dead Online right now? Are you having fun or not? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for much more Red Dead Online content to come. And remember, Outlaws for life.